Here we go.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
We're back.
Yes, we are back.
Yeah, again, Billy and I, what seems to trigger these videos is, well, if she's in the neighborhood, she'll stop in and for a visit, and we start talking, and one thing leads to another, and we get on a topic,
Yes.
and then we'll just say, hey, maybe let's do a video on that.
Yeah, and we feel good about it.
Yeah,
These are topics or things we're all thinking for the most part.
and the topic is changes. Changes that are
Change.
happening in the world today, and how are you dealing with them?
Yeah, how are you feeling about the change?
Yes, I mean, I'm I'm assuming that a lot of the changes that are happening in your life have a negative tone to them, or it could be causing fear, anxiety. Hopefully, there may be some good changes that are resulting from this.
Yes. And you're saying that, I mean, if anyone listens to this down the road, but we're currently at the most upheaval type of time,
Yeah,
right?
we are.
Where change is so upon us, and yet a lot of humanity. That's one of the things we struggle with the most is change, the fear of change. We want to be, we want to feel good, but we want to be accepted. We want to, if everything's nice, and I got my little house, my little cave, my little, my little world right here. I don't like change. And now we're in a place where, oh my gosh, there's so much change. Everything is changing,
Yeah, and
right?
it's big stuff
And
too.
yeah, and it's rocking our world.
Yeah.
And so when we were talking about how, some of us are a little surprised at how many people are tapped into or plugged into the narrative that's going on, the fear narrative,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's really what came to me is that, you know what? They're afraid of change. It's almost like they're so plugged in that, no, I want to be a good boy, a good little girl, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. We all have issues with acceptance.
Yes.
We all have our stuff that we grew up with. And so when you're in a place of fear, which a lot of people are because of the media and everything,
Oh
that's
yeah.
like that's the narrative.
Yeah.
And that works for some people. It matches their energy, which is also fear based. So change to them is fearful to begin with anyway,
Exactly.
right? But yet everything changes.
And everything does change. And obviously, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I feel we
Mm-hmm.
as a society are being manipulated through fear.
Mm-hmm.
And where it's very, very apparent is in mainstream media, in your television channels, the press,
The
the
programs.
programs. But I even
Mm-hmm.
see it on what could be termed alternative media too.
Mm-hmm.
It's an attention grabber. Uh, Publishers, writers, TVs, YouTube channels, fear attracts,
Mm-hmm.
and they want the clicks. They want to click on their channel and see what they have to say. And I've seen just what I consider very minor, little, insignificant stories. They build it up to make it like it's earth shattering. And again, they're playing on fear, and it upsets me when I see that. And I have to admit, sometimes I take the bait. I really do. And then I realize what's happened, and I'm being played, and I don't like that. But this is the environment that we're in. So when we talk about changes, that's one of the biggies I think we can change is to realize when that is happening to us and just say, hey, I'm not biting.
Mm-hmm.
I see the little lure coming through the water and the fish is not going to bite on it. So we talked about that in previous videos too, on how we can bring joy into our life
Yeah,
very
yeah,
deliberately, very consciously.
yeah. Because the change, I mean, that's the ultimate goal, right? That's why
Yeah,
we're all here. We want that joy and we want that. And yet we all have a fear of change. And yeah, that would be our answer.
yeah,
But you pick the change you want.
right.
If you following a certain narrative gives you anxiety or keeps you in that fear thing, you're so far from thinking joy,
Yeah.
and all of that. So, and how do we help those in our circles who are in fear? By us finding our joy and let them see that. Oh, I
Yeah.
want that feeling.
Right.
How come they're smart? How come they're feeling good when all this madness is going on?
Exactly.
And then they start investigating, even if it's just internally, they start asking the questions. And that's really all you want them to do.
Yeah.
Because we can't make them wake up,
No.
We can't slap them in the face and wake up. I mean,
Yeah.
you may feel that you'd want to do that with a couple of people, but, no.
Yeah.
Everyone has their path and their time of awakening. And let all the stuff you don't like spur you to make the change that you need.
Exactly.
Yeah, bring that joy.
And we have to take the responsibility for that.
Yes.
We can't depend upon others
Mm-hmm.
to be responsible for our feelings. It's our responsibility to do that.
Yeah, and also in the whole big scheme of things, not to wait for somebody else to make things better.
Mm-hmm.
No, now we all step up and we make the changes.
And collectively, this is what our universe needs, is for us all to step up in spite of what we perceive as a negative situation worldwide, not just here in the United States, is to really step up, get together with people, discuss what's going on, take your power back. It's amazing. We have tremendous, tremendous power.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't realize it.
That's right.
And we do. And you'll get to that point. I know Billy and I think we've kind of reached it right now. Well, we've reached it a while back, but we talk about it a lot where, we are staying in our power and we know what our purpose is. And so we're out there. Mm-hmm. Some people look at us and say, what are you two doing?
Yeah. And even in that, we're also still babes in the woods, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, it's a constant unfolding and awakening.
It is.
But it's just fabulous. But once you're on it, once you're out of the head and more into the heart mind and and allowing, because we each have that little path. We each have our purpose. So if it brings you joy, we're always going to come back to that. That's your body saying, yes, this is the way. If it brings you fear, your body's saying, nope, we're going to go the other way.
Yeah, you're right. And the old saying is, listen to your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to your heart. I had a conversation today with a chiropractor friend of mine, and he was saying that the heart is the most powerful portion of your body. It has more energy than anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your muscles it's your heart.
That's right.
And he said the heart really controls the mind. A lot of people think the mind controls the heart. No, he said it's reverse. So we have that power with us all the time. And of course, what is the heart? It's certainly, and Billy talks about this a lot, the heart symbolizes love. This is our connection to love. And when you're up against it and you feel, well, you know what? How do I respond to what is going on in the world? Put your hand over your heart.
Yeah, exactly. And like how I say too, if the thoughts are up here, because they're like, take these thoughts and place them in my heart.
And watch the magic when that happens.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I love that. So anyway, we just wanted to do a quick video, and I hope you enjoy it. Feel free to make any comments.
Yeah, and create the change you want to see in the world, right?
That's it.
Yeah, create the change you want to see.
Create the change you want to see.
That's why we're here. We're all here. So whatever makes your heart sing, that's what you're meant to do and be and all that good stuff.
So what do you think?
All right, I think we're good.
Is it a wrap?
It's a wrap. All right, till next time.
Next time.
Stay in your joy. Be the change.
Absolutely.
All right,
okay,
love you guys.
Everybody, love you, and we'll see you next time.
See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.